This apple tree is going to do fantastic. Hey guys, so I'm on my way over to the orchard right now. I got a couple apple trees that need grafted. I cut a couple rootstocks from last year, and they've been potted all winter. It's about the last week of February right now, and I have a couple branches that I'm going to be cutting off of the apple trees and grafting those over onto the rootstocks. So I'm going to be showing you guys the grafting process and how that goes about. First off, it needs to be winter. You need about 6 weeks of winter left. And you know, Groundhog's Day was February 2nd, so I don't care about actual, weeks as far as time goes. I'm talking about how long is it going to be cold for. You need about 6 weeks of the trees being dormant for you to be able to do this. You want to do the surgery while the trees are under nature's anesthesia. So right now, while the trees are asleep, we're going to take advantage of that. And when the trees wake up, they're going to be grafted together, and the sap that the tree has stored and all the energy will go up into the new branch so that it survives and it's healthy whenever it wakes up. So stick around. I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to safely graft your trees. That way they survive and they do well. It's easier than you think. Grafting is when you take a branch from one tree and stick it on another. In this case, I have a rootstock and a branch from another tree. These are my little rootstocks I grew. The rootstocks will determine the size of your tree and sometimes the health and different traits of it. In this case, these are dwarf tree rootstocks. This will only make the tree max height about 5 to 6 feet high, and that's what I want. And this here is an already established full dwarf apple tree. It's only growing so tall, and I know that this combination works with the rootstock, which is this ball down here, and the rest of the tree. This is a combination that works, so we're going to keep it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a branch off of this tree and I'm going to graft it onto one of those rootstocks. What I'm looking for is a branch I'm going to cut off anyway. So these water sprouts, these suckers, these things that I'm going to be cutting off anyway, I might as well utilize one. And I'm going to see if I can get one that's of a similar diameter to the rootstock. That way they graft nicely. Lots of different options. This is a garbage branch sticking straight up in the air. So is this one. So I'm going to look around and I'm going to choose my perfect branch. But before we start the surgery, we've got to have proper tools. I'm grabbing myself just a pair of clippers here. And I got an alcohol prep pad. You want to seal this. You want to wipe it off pretty nice all around. And you're killing bacteria and germs just like you would with a person. Rust don't matter so much in these rusty case, but what you want to do is make sure that you're not introducing any type of infection for the tree. Just like with people and pets, we're doing surgery, so we got to have them nice and clean. All right, now let's look here and see what branch I want to take. I think this one is the tallest. It's goofy. So is this one. This one's a winner. Don't like him, he's gone. Reach right in here. I'm going to cut it properly. If you want a nice video on how to properly cut these, check out the rest of my channel. There's one hidden on there somewhere, how to properly cut apple trees in your orchard, but got myself a branch. The next thing you want to do is take your stick that you just cut, and you want to cut a V into the end of it. Take a very sharp knife. Be sure you sanitize this as well. I already did that to this. We want to take this and we want to cut a nice V shape into it. I'm thinking right here like this. The thinner, the better. See how I'm cutting it there? Make a nice V wedge. I think I'm happy with that for now. You see here where you're cutting, and this section right under the bark is sort of a different darker green color. That is the heart or the living blood system of the tree, and you want this dark green layer, and of course, you know, the stuff inside, but you want this, especially this bark layer, to be able to nicely touch and connect with your other stick that you're grafting to. This is nice as thin as possible. And we are going to create another V shape with the other side, and we're just gonna stick her in. Then we're gonna seal it. Setting that down off to the side for now, re-grabbing my clippers. You wanna hurry up in this process, you don't want this to dry out. The next step is we wanna come right down here next to the ground, give ourselves a little bit of a space, and we want to cut your tree completely off. Just like that. One nice clean cut. You want it as smooth as you can. You can toss the rest of your stick away. You're not going to need that anymore. Then, just like we did before, we're going to be doing the exact opposite with this. I'm just taking my sharp knife here, and I am splitting it, hopefully without cutting my fingers, because my knife is sharp, sharp, sharp. There we are. Nice split. Right down the middle. Now see, it's coming off to the side a little bit. I stopped it ever just so. But I'm having a nice split. We're going to put that V right down inside. And then I'm going to seal it up. I actually want my stick a little bit thinner because of how that turned out, which is totally fine. I'm going to go up a little bit higher, make her a little bit thinner. Okay, nice and thin, and there's your split. Take my graft, and I'm just going to put the one tree inside of the other, right inside the wedge. I'll show you a close-up of that here in a sec. There's your close-up of how this looks. The wedge is going right inside, as deep as you can, without, of course, breaking it here at the bottom. And that's pretty good for now. The next thing you need to do is you need to seal it. They do sell grafting tape and specialized grafting equipment. In this case, what I'm using is generic brand wax toilet bowl sealer. This is a toilet bowl gasket, rather, but it's wax is what it is. So straight up wax, and I'm just going to take some of this out. It's like putty, okay? And I'm going to smother it all around the edge. This stops it from drying out, and it'll help it seal. And as long as it's not drying out, within the next couple weeks here, as the roots wake up, it'll start sending nutrients, water, etc., up to the branch we just added. So it works on its own. Sort of cool. So I'm just taking a bunch of this wax here, sort of getting the sticky crap all over my hands, and I'm just smearing it all over here, making sure to get every lick of the surface of this covered. Now, you probably don't need this much, and I definitely went overkill, but I am making sure that this does not dry out on me, any of it, and it stays nice. Smearing it down the edges. That way, if any little cracks or whatever, I don't want water getting in here. I don't want infection getting in here. And while you're doing it, try to keep your branch as up as you can. This stuff's nasty all over my fingers, and I really don't want to wipe that off on my clothes here. Getting down around. Make sure I seal everything up, all the edges of the wood. And once the tree heals from this, as it will, then you can remove the wax or just leave it on, and it'll nature will take care of itself with time. But that's it. Other than this nasty wax all over my fingers, she's done. That's your final product and how it looks. And now we just wait for the tree to wake up. And that'll be my nice little grafted apple tree. The bottom tree, the bottom roots, the roots are of one type of tree. This top part is a different type of tree. Now they're both apples. They're both apples, but there are two different types of apples, and the one tree is now connected to the other. And this will turn into an amazing tasting apple tree that's also a dwarf tree and only grows to 5 feet high. Perfect. And I actually plan to do a couple of these and keep them in pots and have my own little potted orchard. Works out great for me so far, and this is a wonderful little investment to do. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. This has been Bearstone Adventures, and I will give you an update in the spring or whenever this tree is awesome and growing leaves. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, leave me comments down below of any questions you have, or if you've tried this on your own, what kind of trees have you done it on? I want to hear from your stories, and I reply to every comment, so let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Later, guys. See ya. We finally hit a break in the weather here. It's been pretty cold lately, and today it finally hit about 40 degrees. My snow is mostly melted, and so I got to take advantage of today. Tomorrow, we're supposed to get another 3 inches of snow, so today, while it's nice, I'm going to be going out, and we're going to be taking care of this business while we have the chance to. Gotta get this wax off my hands. This is gross.